Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. The bold and the beautiful recap is finally in for Tuesday, October 28, 2025. In today's episode, Donna Logan Forrester, Jennifer Garice, makes a discovery. Deacon Sharp, Sean Kanan, and Taylor Hayes, Rebecca Budig, continue getting closer. Also, Sheila Carter Sharp, Kimberlyn Brown, opens up to Lee Finnegan, Naomi Matsuda, Hope Logan, Annika Noel, Liam Spencer, Scott Clifton, and Beth Spencer, Jordan Grace, celebrate the engagement. The little girl can't wait for them to be a family again. Hope says they always have been, no matter if they are together or separated. Beth thinks this is the best day ever. Lope asks Beth to let the grown-ups share the news. The girl agrees, but mentions it will be hard to keep this quiet. At the office, Donna and Brooke Logan Forrester, Catherine Kelly Lang, talk about how well Hope's line is doing. Katie Logan, Heather Tom, mentions that Hope's life is looking up. Hope texts Brooke and wants to meet ASAP. Katie practically shoves Brooke out the door, getting Donna's attention. The minute Brooke leaves, Donna gets Katie to spill the news. Brooke goes home and finds Lope together. Hope puts her hand on Liam's chest, showing off her ring. Brooke is overjoyed and congratulates them. Liam makes some promises, then Beth comes in to celebrate too. At therapy, Deacon does a role reversal and starts counseling Taylor. She let him hold on to her when his life was falling apart. Now he wants to return the favor. Taylor thinks Deacon is being sensitive and kind. They yap about Ridge Forrester, Thorsten K., and Brooke. Taylor bashes Brooke and wonders if she should have fought harder. Taylor cries and Deacon holds her. Then they lock eyes. Sheila and Lee talk about how helping Luna Nozawa, Lisa Yamada, came at a high price for both of them. Sheila admits that she hasn't always been honest with Deacon. Lee assures her that everyone is flawed. Sheila claims she was just angry when she threatened to kill Taylor. She's just scared about her marriage. Lee has to leave for a consult but assures her Taylor is not the enemy. The good doctor adds, far from it. Once Lee exists, Sheila sends a text message to Deacon professing her love. At E. The same time that Deacon and Taylor are locking eyes, Tuesdays. Episode of The Bold and the Beautiful, October 28th, was one of those rare installments that masterfully wove together heartbreak, hope, and a sense of looming danger. By the time the credits rolled, fans were left with goosebumps. Not because of a murder or betrayal this time, but because of the way everyone's lives seemed to be shifting in slow motion. Donna Logan stumbled upon a secret she was never meant to find. Deacon Sharp and Dr. Taylor Hayes found themselves bonding over their shared history of redemption. And Sheila Carter, the woman who's caused chaos for decades, showed rare signs of breaking down. This was an episode about discovery, trust, and the fragility of second chances. Let's dive in deep. The Logan mansion was unusually quiet when the episode opened. The golden morning sunlight filtered through the sheer curtains, casting soft rays across the living room. Donna, Jennifer Garice, usually bubbly and radiant, seemed lost in thought as she tidied up a stack of papers on Eric's desk. She wasn't snooping, at least not intentionally. But when she noticed a familiar Forrester Creations logo stamped across a manila folder labeled Private, Medical, her curiosity took over. At first, she thought it might be another test result from Eric's recent health scare. But as she flipped through the pages, her eyes widened in shock. Eric's most recent health report wasn't about recovery. It was about decline. According to the file, a specialist had confirmed that Eric's hand tremors were worsening, and a neurological consultation had been scheduled for later in the week. The words, possible early-onset neuropathy, stared back at her like a silent curse. Donna's heart dropped. She remembered the slight shake in his hand when he'd lifted his wine glass during dinner the night before. The way he brushed it off as just age. She sat down, clutching the folder to her chest. The man she loved more than anyone was hiding the truth again, and not because of pride this time, but fear. Eric. she whispered, her voice trembling. Why didn't you tell me? At that moment, she made a decision. No more pretending, no more silence. Donna would confront him, even if it meant shattering the fragile peace between them. But before she could act, Katie entered, holding a tablet filled with Forrester designs. You look like you've seen a ghost, Katie observed. Donna hesitated before hiding the folder behind her. Just thinking, she said weakly. Katie, ever the sharp sister, narrowed her eyes. If this is about Eric, you should tell me. You've been worrying about him for weeks, Donna sighed. I can't, not yet. But something's wrong. I can feel it. And with that, a new secret was born. One that could change everything for the Forresters once the truth came out. Meanwhile, across town at Il Giardino, Deacon, Sean Kanan, was taking a rare break from the lunch rush. The usually confident restaurateur sat alone at a corner table, nursing an espresso and a heavy heart. The last few weeks had been a roller coaster. His connection to Sheila had become increasingly complicated. She was free, yes, but restless, haunted by her past. And now, Deacon was starting to question whether he'd done the right thing by letting her stay in his life at all. Just then, Taylor, Krista Allen, appeared, casual, elegant, and carrying a warm smile that softened even Deacon's tension. I hope I'm not interrupting, she said gently, sliding into the chair across from him. I heard your food is the best therapy in town, Deacon chuckled. Depends on the kind of therapy you need, Taylor tilted her head. Forgiveness. For myself. For others. That got his attention. For a few quiet seconds, they just looked at each other. Two souls who'd both done things they weren't proud of, both searching for redemption in their own way. You've changed a lot, Taylor observed. Running a successful restaurant, staying out of trouble. I almost didn't recognize you. Guess that's the goal, Deacon said with a grin that didn't quite reach his eyes. Reinvention doesn't mean it's easy. Taylor's expression softened. No, it never is. But you're trying. That matters. They spoke for nearly 20 minutes, about guilt, about second chances, about what it means to forgive someone who's done the unforgivable. When Taylor gently mentioned Sheila, Deacon's guard shot up. Sheila's complicated, he said carefully. People don't see the side of her I do. Taylor nodded slowly. And what side is that? The one that's trying, Deacon replied. She wants to be better. I know how crazy that sounds, but I believe it. Taylor looked down for a moment, her voice barely above a whisper. Sometimes the ones who want redemption the most are the ones who can never truly find it. For the first time, Deacon saw pain in Taylor's eyes, the pain of someone who'd spent her life helping others, but never quite found peace herself. Then, in an unexpected moment of warmth, Taylor reached across the table and took his hand. You're not alone in wanting to believe in people, she said softly. Just be careful who you bet your soul on. As she stood to leave, Deacon's gaze lingered. For the first time in a long while, he felt truly seen, not as the ex-con or the screw-up, but as a man capable of something more. And as Taylor walked away, Deacon whispered to himself, maybe redemption's not just for one of us. Maybe it's for both. In a small, dimly lit apartment above Il Giardino, Sheila Carter, Kimberlyn Brown, stared into the bathroom mirror. The reflection looking back wasn't the unstoppable villain of old. It was a woman unraveling. Her hands trembled as she gripped the sink. Her chest rose and fell rapidly, and her eyes darted from side to side as if she expected someone, anyone, to barge in. Get it together, she muttered to herself. You're free. You made it out. You won. But the victory felt hollow. Everywhere she went, she could feel the eyes on her. People whispering her name, crossing the street, turning away. Deacon tried to convince her that things would get better, but deep down, Sheila knew better. You can't fix a monster, she whispered bitterly. You can't make people forget. She slammed her fist on the counter. Tears springing to her eyes, in a hauntingly vulnerable scene. Sheila pulled out an old photo, a picture of her and Finn from years ago, before the lies, before the bullets. She traced his face with her finger, the tears falling faster now. I wanted to be your mother, she sobbed. Not your nightmare. A knock at the door startled her. She shoved the photo into a drawer and wiped her tears. When she opened the door, it was Deacon. He looked concerned. You didn't show up for lunch. I figured I'd check on you. Sheila forced a shaky smile. Just needed some quiet time. Deacon frowned. You look pale. Are you okay? I'm fine, she lied. Just tired of pretending. He stepped closer, lowering his voice. Pretending what? That I'm not falling apart, she whispered. For a long moment, neither spoke. The silence was heavy, filled with years of pain and longing. Finally, Deacon said softly, You're not the only one trying to change, Sheila. But change doesn't mean pretending. It means fighting, even when no one believes in you. Sheila looked away. And what if I'm too far gone? Deacon hesitated, then cupped her cheek gently. Then I'll believe in you anyway. For a split second, the world stopped. The woman who'd spent her life clawing for control suddenly looked like a frightened child, fragile, lost, human. Then, in a rare moment of honesty, Sheila whispered, I don't deserve you, Deacon. Maybe not, he said with a sad smile. But you've got me anyway. By the afternoon, the episode began drawing the storylines closer together. Donna left the mansion, determined to confront Eric about the medical file. But just as she reached the Forrester office, she overheard Ridge and Brooke discussing something she wasn't supposed to hear. Ridge, we can't let Dad know we saw the test results yet. If he thinks we're worried, he'll retreat even more. Brooke, I just want him safe. He's pushing himself too hard at the design table. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our Bold and Beautiful Update YouTube channel for more update news.